My friends, if you are in your 20s or 30s, you are standing at the most powerful crossroad of your life. I am Napoleon Hill, and today I shall share with you the forgotten secret of training your aura, the invisible energy that surrounds you, to attract wealth and success as if by magnetic power. For over 25 years, I studied the world's most successful men, Andrew Carnegie, Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, and what I discovered was this: wealth begins not with money, but with the energy of the mind and spirit. Your aura is that energy. Your aura, my friends, is nothing mystical or supernatural. It is the natural energy created by the sum total of your thoughts, emotions, and vibrations. Every thought you permit yourself to dwell upon carries with it a vibration, and those vibrations radiate outward, influencing every person and circumstance that crosses your path. Your aura is the unseen force that either attracts or repels people, opportunities, and money into your life. You have already experienced this, though perhaps unconsciously. Have you not met a person whose very presence made you feel uplifted, energized, and inspired? And have you not also met others whose presence seemed to drain your energy, to make you feel heavy and uninspired? This, my friends, is the work of the aura. Now understand this: a weak aura comes from drifting, from indecision, from a lack of definite purpose. It is like a faint light barely visible in the dark, offering no guidance, no direction, no inspiration to others. People sense it even if they cannot explain it, and they instinctively move away. Wealth does not flow to the drifter. Opportunities do not seek the undecided. A strong aura, on the other hand, radiates power. It comes from definiteness of purpose, from a burning desire to achieve riches, from a mind disciplined and charged with faith. When such a man or woman enters a room, everyone present feels their energy before they even speak a word. I recall as clearly as if it were yesterday the first time I met Andrew Carnegie. I was but a young man, eager and searching for answers. Carnegie was not a tall man, nor was he imposing by stature, yet his presence filled the room more completely than any giant could have done. I tell you the truth, before he opened his mouth, before he extended his hand, his aura spoke louder than words. It was an aura born not of chance, but of his absolute faith in his purpose. He knew what he wanted, he knew why he wanted it, and he knew that he would achieve it. And that certainty, that definiteness of purpose, radiated from him like the warmth of the sun. In that moment, I understood a truth that has never left me. Men like Carnegie, Edison, and Ford did not attract riches because they were lucky. They attracted riches because their aura was charged with clarity of thought, with confidence, and with unshakable determination. Wealth is drawn to such individuals as naturally as a compass needle is drawn to the north. If you wish to train your aura to attract wealth, you must first train your mind to think clearly, to desire passionately, and to believe unwaveringly. For the aura is but a mirror of the inner world you cultivate daily. Your 20s and 30s, my friends, are the decades where the foundation of your destiny is laid. They are the years where habits are forged, where character is tested, and where your aura is either trained to attract wealth or, if neglected, trained to repel it. Think of these years as the fertile soil of your life. What you plant in this season will grow and multiply for decades to come. If you sow seeds of discipline, faith, and determination, your harvest will be abundance. But if you scatter seeds of fear, indecision, and laziness, you shall reap poverty and regret. At this stage of life, your energy is at its height. Your imagination is vivid, your spirit is daring, and your ability to recover from mistakes is unmatched. These years are a priceless gift, for they allow you to experiment, to learn, to grow stronger with each setback. If you discipline your thoughts now, if you train your mind to hold firmly to definiteness of purpose, to see wealth in your imagination, to affirm daily that you are destined for abundance, then your aura becomes a powerful magnet. It will draw to you the right people, the right circumstances, the right ideas. This magnet, once forged in youth, will serve you not only in your 20s and 30s, but for the rest of your life. It will become your invisible advantage, carrying you forward even in the face of obstacles. But let me warn you with equal force, if you allow doubt, fear, and laziness to take root in these years, you are training your aura to work against you. A mind dominated by fear projects hesitation. A spirit paralyzed by doubt radiates weakness. A life governed by laziness emits stagnation. And people, opportunities, and even wealth itself instinctively move away from such an aura. Instead of attracting, you will be repelling. Instead of creating, you will be chasing. And years later, you will look back and see wasted opportunities slipping through your fingers, not because you lacked potential, but because you failed to discipline your aura in time. I have seen countless young men and women squander their 20s and 30s, chasing idle pleasures, drifting from one thing to another without purpose. They did not understand that every hour spent in drifting weakens the aura. They imagined that success could be pursued later, when in truth, success must be prepared for now. Contrast them with those who, in the same years, trained their thoughts, fixed their minds upon a definite purpose, and acted with persistence. By their 40s, they were enjoying the fruits of compounded effort, while the drifters were still scrambling for scraps. The difference, my friends, lay not in education, not in background, not in luck, but in the aura they cultivated in youth. Therefore, I tell you plainly, your 20s and 30s are the proving ground of your aura. Train it wisely, and wealth will seek you out. Neglect it, and wealth will flee from you. The choice, as always, is yours. The 6 steps to training your aura. Step 1, definiteness of purpose. Decide exactly what you want. Wealth does not come to the uncertain. Your aura must radiate clarity. Permit me to say this with all the emphasis at my command. The starting point of all wealth, all success, and all achievement is definiteness of purpose. Until you know exactly what you want, your mind cannot create the burning desire required to draw riches to you. Too many young men and women wander through life saying, "I want success," but when pressed to define what success means, they are silent. Such vagueness weakens the aura. The universe does not answer uncertainty. It responds only to a definite command. When you make a decision, when you say with conviction, "This is what I will do, this is what I will achieve, and nothing shall turn me from it," at that moment your aura begins to radiate clarity. It becomes like a beacon, visible to the right people, the right opportunities, and even to the invisible forces that shape destiny. You must write down exactly what you want. Not someday, not when it is convenient, now. If you wish for wealth, write the exact amount, the time frame, and the service or product you will give in return. This definiteness, this act of crystallizing your desire, tells your subconscious mind that you are serious. It tells your aura to vibrate with certainty. And those vibrations will call forth ideas and opportunities that drifting minds never see. Remember this, a weak aura comes from indecision, from half-hearted wishes, from changing your purpose like a weather vane in the wind. A strong aura comes from unwavering definiteness. Decide, and the world will begin arranging itself to accommodate your decision. Step 2, controlled thoughts. Guard your mind. Every negative thought poisons your aura. Every positive thought charges it like electricity. The mind is both a servant and a master. If you allow it to wander into doubt, fear, and envy, it will serve those thoughts faithfully, poisoning your aura with weakness. But if you discipline it, if you command it to dwell only upon courage, faith, and determination, it will charge your aura with irresistible power. Every thought you think is not wasted. It lingers, it radiates, and it influences. Think of your aura as a field of energy that others can sense, even if they cannot name it. When your thoughts are positive, people feel uplifted in your presence. They are drawn to you. Opportunities are drawn to you because your energy is constructive. When your thoughts are negative, people instinctively recoil. Chances dry up, and you repel the very things you desire. You must become the watchman of your mind. Stand guard at the gate of thought as carefully as a banker guards a vault of gold. Do not permit the thieves of fear, doubt, and criticism to enter. When a negative thought arises, and it will, replace it instantly. Say to yourself, I am capable, I am strong, I am destined for success. In time, this discipline becomes a habit, and your aura becomes a fortress of strength. I have observed wealthy men and women in every walk of life, and I can tell you this, their fortunes began not with money, but with the control of thought. Their aura attracted money because their thoughts were constructive, disciplined, and directed always toward a definite goal. Step 3. Faith and autosuggestion. Repeat daily affirmations of wealth and success until your subconscious accepts them as truth. Speak as if you already possess what you desire. This faith transforms your aura into a magnet. Faith is the eternal elixir that gives life, power, and action to the impulse of thought. Without faith, your affirmations are empty. But with faith spoken daily, they become commands to your subconscious, which in turn shapes your aura into a force of magnetic attraction. Understand this, your subconscious mind does not argue. It accepts what you tell it repeatedly, whether that be fear or faith, poverty or wealth, failure or success. The process of autosuggestion is simply this. You choose which thoughts to plant, you water them daily with repetition, and in time they take root so deeply that they become part of your very being. I urge you to speak aloud, with emotion, your purpose and your desire for wealth. Do not merely whisper it. Proclaim it as though it were already true. Say, I am prosperous, I am successful. Wealth flows to me because I render useful service. Speak this morning and night until your subconscious accepts it as reality. When that belief takes hold, your aura changes instantly. You will carry yourself differently. Your eyes will shine with confidence. Your handshake will be firm, and others will sense this vibration of certainty. They will be drawn to you because faith is contagious. This, my friends, is why some men walk into a room and attract attention without saying a word. Their aura speaks with the voice of faith, and the world cannot resist it. Step 4. Mastermind influence. Surround yourself with others of ambition. The aura of strong minds will blend with yours, magnifying your power to attract riches. No one rises to great heights alone. The most powerful auras are not solitary. They are strengthened by association with other strong minds. This is the principle of the mastermind, one of the greatest discoveries of my entire career. When two or more people come together in harmony, working toward a definite purpose, their combined aura produces a new force, a third mind, invisible yet real, greater than any individual alone. This force magnifies each participant's power, creating ideas, confidence, and opportunities that could never have been produced in isolation. Surround yourself with ambitious companions. Seek those whose minds are strong, whose desires burn brightly, whose faith is unshakable. Their aura will blend with yours, and together you will radiate a power that commands respect and attracts resources. But be warned, if you allow yourself to associate with the fearful, the lazy, and the envious, their weakness will also blend with your aura, dragging you downward. I have seen great potential ruined by poor associations. Choose your companions as carefully as a jeweler selects diamonds, for your aura cannot shine brightly if it is constantly dimmed by the influence of small and negative minds. Step 5. Action and persistence. Wealth does not come to the idle dreamer. Each act of persistence strengthens your aura until even obstacles begin to clear from your path. Dreaming of riches is the beginning. But dreaming alone produces nothing. The aura must be fed not only by thought, but by action. Every step you take toward your purpose, no matter how small, adds strength to your aura. Each day of persistence is like a deposit in a spiritual bank account, compounding until the force of your aura becomes unstoppable. Let me remind you, Obstacles are not signs to quit. They are tests to prove your persistence. When you continue despite resistance, your aura grows brighter, and eventually, even the obstacles begin to bow before you. I have studied hundreds of successful men, and without exception, they persisted where others gave up. Edison failed thousands of times before his aura commanded light into existence. Henry Ford faced ridicule, lawsuits, and financial setbacks, yet his aura grew so strong through persistence that he transformed an industry. Wealth does not come to the idle dreamer, nor to the one who quits at the first sign of difficulty. It comes to the man or woman whose aura glows with persistence, whose energy says, "I will continue until I win." The world respects such persistence, and it rewards it with riches, opportunities, and influence. Step 6. Imagination and vision. See yourself already wealthy. Imagine the life, the home, the freedom you desire. This picture, held daily in your mind, shapes the vibration of your aura until reality bows to it. Imagination is the workshop where all riches are first created. Before wealth appears in your hand, it must first exist in your mind. Every invention, every fortune, every empire began as a vision held in the imagination of one individual. Your aura takes its shape from the pictures you hold in your mind. If you see yourself struggling, your aura vibrates struggle, and more struggle comes. But if you see yourself already wealthy, already successful, already free, your aura vibrates abundance, and abundance is drawn to you. I urge you to create in your mind a clear, detailed picture of the life you desire. See the home, the freedom, the contribution you will make. Visit this picture daily, hold it firmly, and feel gratitude as though it were already true. The longer and more vividly you hold it, the more your subconscious accepts it, and the more your aura vibrates with that vision. The world itself begins to rearrange to match the vibration you project. Some will call this magic, but it is not. It is the law of cause and effect, operating through the power of imagination. Remember always, what the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. Your imagination is the architect, your aura the builder, and your persistence the worker that makes the vision a reality. Mistakes that weaken your aura. Do not allow these thieves of wealth to enter your aura. Fear, doubt, procrastination, envy, indecision. These are the invisible robbers that steal from men and women long before money ever touches their hands. They do not come with a warning sign. They creep in silently, like shadows at dusk, until they poison the very vibration you send out into the world. I have seen this truth proven countless times. I once knew a young man, brilliant in mind and full of promise. He had ideas that could have revolutionized the business he worked in. But instead of acting with confidence, he allowed fear to whisper in his ear, "What if I fail? What if they laugh at me? What if I am not ready?" And so he delayed. He postponed until opportunity grew weary and moved on to another man who possessed courage. His aura, instead of glowing with faith and determination, dimmed under the weight of hesitation. Another case I recall was a woman with extraordinary talent for sales. She could have built a fortune and led her own company, yet she carried envy in her heart. Every time she saw another succeed, instead of learning from them, she resented them. Envy is a vibration of lack. It tells the world that you do not believe there is enough success to go around. That woman's aura, instead of drawing opportunities, repelled them. Employers felt her bitterness, customers sensed her discontent, and soon she found herself struggling in jobs far beneath her ability. And procrastination, oh, how many dreams it has murdered. I have watched men plan, strategize, and talk endlessly about what they would do someday. They were waiting for the perfect time, but wealth does not answer to waiting. It answers to action. Each day of procrastination teaches your aura to accept weakness instead of strength, delay instead of decisiveness. Indecision is perhaps the most destructive of all. A man who cannot choose a direction cannot move an inch. His aura sends out nothing but confusion, and the world reflects confusion back to him. I have seen men with fortunes at their fingertips lose everything simply because they could not make up their minds when opportunity knocked. They stood at the crossroads hesitating, and by the time they acted, the road had vanished. Understand this: your aura cannot radiate wealth while your heart radiates fear. It is an impossibility as certain as night following day. If fear dominates your vibration, you will repel the very riches you long for. You cannot send out the signal of defeat and expect victory to arrive. You cannot dwell in doubt and expect certainty to embrace you. Wealth is attracted to the man or woman who stands with courage, who radiates faith, who acts with decisiveness. Therefore, guard your aura with the same vigilance that a king guards his treasure. When fear whispers, replace it with faith. When envy tempts you, replace it with gratitude. When procrastination pulls at you, act immediately. When indecision clouds your mind, choose a path and walk it boldly. Do this, and your aura will glow with a power that no thief can touch, and that power will draw to you the wealth you seek. Practical daily ritual. Now let me give you a daily exercise to strengthen your aura of wealth. For just as the body grows stronger through physical training, so too does your aura grow powerful through daily discipline. Wealth is not drawn to the casual or the careless. It is attracted to the man or woman who tends to their thoughts with the same consistency a farmer tends to his fields. Morning ritual. Begin your day with purpose before the world rushes in with distractions. Stand before a mirror or sit in a quiet place and read your definite purpose aloud. Let your voice carry conviction, for the spoken word has power to impress the subconscious mind. Then close your eyes and visualize in detail the wealth you desire. Do not see it faintly. Imagine the exact home you wish to live in, the freedom to provide for your family, the satisfaction of success earned. Finally, affirm with faith. Speak as though the riches you seek are already yours. This simple practice will charge your aura with energy, clarity, and confidence before you step into the day. Midday guarding of thoughts. As the day unfolds, temptations will come. Negative news, discouraging words, or doubts that rise from within. This is the moment when most people surrender their aura to weakness. You must not. Instead, become watchful. When a destructive thought enters, replace it immediately with a constructive one. If you think, "I cannot do this," replace it with, "I am learning how to do this." By training your mind in this way, your aura stays charged with positivity instead of leaking energy to fear and doubt. Evening gratitude. When night comes, do not let the day pass without giving thanks. Take a few minutes to write down what you are grateful for: your health, your opportunities, the progress you made, even the lessons that came from setbacks. Gratitude radiates abundance, and abundance attracts more abundance. By ending your day with this practice, you condition your aura to vibrate with wealth while you sleep, programming your subconscious mind for greater opportunities tomorrow. Weekly mastermind gathering. Finally, once a week, seek the company of your mastermind group. Share your ideas, your progress, and your challenges. Listen in turn to the visions of others. This gathering does more than exchange words. It unites your aura with those of ambitious minds, creating a collective force of attraction far more powerful than any one person alone. That combined energy strengthens your faith, sharpens your ideas, and multiplies your power to draw wealth into your life. If you follow this daily and weekly discipline, morning purpose, midday guarding, evening gratitude, and weekly mastermind, you will discover in time that your aura has transformed. You will feel stronger, clearer, more confident, and most importantly, opportunities, people, and resources will begin to move in your direction, drawn not by chance, but by the magnetic force of the aura you have deliberately built. Wealth is not merely dollars. It is the energy of certainty, faith, and desire radiating from your aura. If you are in your 20s or 30s, do not waste these years. Begin now, for every day you discipline your mind, your aura grows stronger, and wealth cannot help but be drawn to you. Remember this eternal truth. Thoughts are things, and when your thoughts are rich, your aura will be rich, and so will your life.